Hello everyone. In this part we are going to do something slightly different. We are going to start talking about SQLite. Okay, so I have some notes here which covers what is SQLite, why to use SQLite, and where to use it. And then we'll get into how to use it. Okay, um, so what's SQLite? SQLite is a relational database management system. It's a complete database stored in a single file, which makes it portable, extremely portable. It's easy to use, it's fast, it's cross-platform, which means you can use on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, Android, Unix, WinCE, WinRT, and so on. It's an embedded relational transactional database engine. It's self-contained, serverless, zero configuration or administration needed. Again, since you don't need a server, you don't have to worry about configuration. It's case insensitive, it's free, it's open source, and again, as we mentioned, it's extremely portable. Where to use it? Small to medium sized apps. Most commonly it's used in console apps, console games, console apps, I can say. Mobile apps. Well, anytime you answer the question whether a regular database is too much for your application, like it's too much overhead or it's overkill, and you don't need a full-blown database with a server, then you're probably SQLite is the database that you want to. Okay, having said that, let's get into some of the data types. We have like 5-6 main categories. Okay, so the first one is null. I think that's self-explanatory. We don't need to really talk too much about null. Integer, any numeric value that's stored as a signed integer value. I can hold both positive and negative values. Int, small int, big int, medium int, they all fall into this category. Real, this one is used to store floating point values such as float, double, precision double. Text stores text strings. It also supports different encoding like UTF-8, UTF-16, and so on. And char, varchar, and varchar, club text. These guys fall into text category. Blob is used to store large files like images and text files, and so on. Numeric covers the rest of the types, such as decimal, boolean, date, time, datetime stamp, datetime and timestamp. Okay. All right. Having said that, we have a tip here that says do not name your table to start with the word SQLite underscore. This keyword is reserved for internal use, so just make sure you don't start your database file with SQLite underscore. Okay, now we are going to get into syntax and do some create a table, add data to it, and display it, things like that, just to get familiar with the syntax. And then later on we'll get into the C# part and how to work with it. Okay, so for this next part, I'm going to use a couple of tools, or actually one of the two tools I have for SQLite. These are add-ons for Firefox. One of them is called SQLite Reader, the other one is called SQLite Manager. I'm going to use this one, but before we get into this, I want to show you how to get it. You don't have to use these. There are a bunch of tools available, including command line. You can get some of those from SQLite.org, but again, just for me, these are convenient tools. I use these for just ease of use. So to get these, we'll just icon all the way to the right, 3 lines. Guess I think it means options, and then you scroll down to more tools, select that, and then go to extension for developers, and you'll get to this search box where it says find add-on. Just type in SQLite, and you will be presented with a list of tools available for SQLite. I got this top 2, but there are a few more that are available as extensions to your Firefox browser if you're using Firefox. If not, you can download the different tools that are available from SQLite.org. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use this guy here, SQLite Reader, for this the rest of this part before we really get into C# part. Again, just to get familiar with the syntax and how to use it. Okay, so the first thing is to create a table. To create a table, we call the create table command, or or you can call them statements. Command statements. For me, it doesn't make any difference. So the command is create table, and then right after that we need the table name. I'm just gonna call this TBL. It's case insensitive, so it doesn't matter whether you use uppercase or lowercase. No big difference. Okay, after specifying the table name, open parens, and in parens we'll define the columns. Let's say I have an ID column, and this is integer. Okay, we can say this is a primary key as well. And then next column is going to be name, and this is going to be just varchar. Okay, and semicolon to end the statement. Okay, now if I execute this line, this statement is going to create the table. Let's go ahead and do it, and it did with no errors, but there's no result because we don't have anything in the table. So the next command I want to show you, it's called drop table. This one will delete the table if it exists. So table name again, I'm going to just use lowercase just to show you it doesn't matter whether you use lowercase or uppercase. So drop table TBL, then a condition if exists. If this table already exists, it's going to drop it first or delete it and then create it. Okay, so since we already created, there's already a copy in there in the memory, so first we want to drop it and then create again. Okay, after that we want to add some data to it. The command we are going to use is insert into. Okay, right after this insert into command, we need the table name, which is table TBL. Then we'll open a parens. We're going to specify the column names, ID and name, and then values. We're going to say 1 for ID and name, let's say John. Okay, so notice we are using single quotes for strings. Okay, versus in C# we use double quotes. Here we use single quotes. Okay, so if we did correctly, this line is going to insert this record, and then we want to display it. To display it, we are going to use a command called select, and then I'm going to say star, which means everything, all the records that exist in this table, I want to display it. So from, select star from TBL, our table name. Okay, so 4 lines of codes. First we are dropping if the table exists, then we are creating a table with these columns, 2 columns, ID and name columns. The first column type is integer and it's a primary key. The second one is just string. Okay, and then we are inserting into a table for these 2 columns. These are optional. You may I mean, if you don't want to, you can get rid of these 2, but you can just say values so on. But I'm just using it so that again you get familiar with it if you're new to this. Okay, and the last line is selecting and displaying the records from the table. Okay, so let's go ahead and execute this 4 statements and see what happens. And we got error, if syntax error. I'm gonna press Control Z. Actually, first go inside the editor, Control Z. So we made a mistake here. So over here, our mistake, drop table. So I think this one should come after exist. So I'm going to cut this and place right after the word exist. So create drop table if exist and table name. Okay, let's try again, and I think we are good this time. Alright, as you can see, our results are shown here with ID 1 and name as John. Okay, I think this was a good start. Let's do a couple more examples. One, how to delete and update. I think, and then we can end this tutorial with that until we get into C# part. Alright, so to delete a record, instead of insert, I'm going to get rid of this line here. I'm going to say delete from table. You know what? I'm going to insert another record before we delete this actually. I'm going to get rid of this first 2 lines and instead just insert another record here with ID of 2 and name of Jane. Okay, and this is going to add another record and display them. So now we have 2 records here, right? Okay, let's say I want to delete the second one. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to say delete from table name. Oops, made a mistake here. From table, and then I need a condition. I'm going to say where ID equals 2. Okay, so first delete from table name and then the condition. Okay, so this is going to delete the record where the ID is 2. Okay, let's execute this and see what happens. Okay, went through and there you go. So it deleted the second row from our table. Okay, to update it, we're going to say let me get rid of this first line here, delete, update table name, and then set ID, actually set name equals, so I'm going to change the name for the first record that we have. Let's change this to Joe Schmuck. Then condition where ID equals 1. I think if I remember this correctly, that should be it. Let's try this, and there you have it. So update table name, and then set. Okay, so we're updating the table and setting the column name to this value here, and then we are providing the condition, which row so the column name is name and the ID is 1. That's our condition. Okay, all right, so update, delete, insert, and select. Okay, I think we covered major transactions and got a little familiar with the syntax. So now when we use this in C#, you'll know what it means. Okay, so in the next part we are going to continue with C# part of this, and then later on probably get into entity framework and how to work with SQLite using entity framework. Alright, so until then, take it easy.